Alright, so I think the best way I can help you is to fill this particular drawback out myself, and you use that to learn off of. I noticed that your assignment is due at midnight tonight, so to do a full drawback claim might be a little bit to do it, teach you field by field. One thing you have to remember is you do have instructions. Each field gives you instructions, and I think that maybe that's what your professor was banking on. But what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll fill this out. I've already filled it out actually, because I only have 15-minute increments on this recording software. So I've already filled it out, but I'll explain where I get everything from. So claimant, you're going to put down who the importer was, and we know that the importer was HWT Import. So we put them in there, and they also have their business number, so we put their business number in. And their telephone number as well. Your telephone number was given to you as part of the information, I believe. It was right there. Okay. Now, next piece of information they want is who is doing the particular drawback. So the check is going to be mailed to you as the customs consultant, so they put their in here. Sometimes companies do their own drawbacks, so they'll have themselves as the claimant with their phone number, and also themselves as the who they're mailing a check to. I've sat down with a lot of companies and taught them how to fill out a drawback claim, and they can do it themselves. They don't have to pay a customs broker for it. So that's sometimes happened, but in this particular case, you are the people who are going to get in the check. Authority, drawbacks are Section 113 of the Customs Act, allow people to get duty back on goods that are imported and then exported afterwards. You can get the duty back. That's Section 113 of the Customs Tariff. But you might want to check with Professor Singh to find out if that's the one he wanted. So the claim number would be, if you're going to give your own internal number to keep track of the claim. So field 6, the sales invoice and sales date. And I believe some of the information that he gave you, it has the invoice number, okay, number 200, dated November 1st, 2022. So we put that in here. Looks like we might have the wrong sales number. It should sales number 200. I apologize. I'll fix that right now. So let's fix that right now. The number is 200. I don't know where I got that number from, so we'll change that. So we put the sales invoice date and the sales date. This isn't under NAFTA or CUSMA, so we don't click that. This is going to a country outside the North American Free Trade Agreement, or the Canada-US-Mexico Agreement. The stuff is called builder joinery and carpentry wood. The original customs office the goods were cleared at, and the original transaction number, we got that from here. We got the B3 number, and the fact that the customs office was 480, and the date of release was the 20th of October. There's the date of release, 20th of October. The quantity that is exported. So remember, you're just worried about the items that are exported. There was 200 exported. So 200 pieces exported. Okay. And the unit price was $28.95. Where I got that from was here. You worry about the import price, not the export price. The import price was $28.95. The rate of exchange is 1.385. It says that on, I believe it's on your B3 actually. Let me see if I can find the B3. Looks like I can't find the B3. Here it is. 1.385. Okay. And let me just go back to this. Bear with me here. Again, I'm getting a little bit rusty at this. So the quantity times the unit price times the rate of exchange gives a value for duty of $8,019.15. So 200 times 28.95 times the exchange rate gives us $8,019.15. The rate of customs duty I believe to be 8%, but I could be wrong. You need to check that because you only gave me the second page of the B3. So I looked up in the customs tariff what the duty, what the HS number would be for builder's joinery, carpentry wood, and it said the duty rate is 8%. If it's wrong, if 8% is wrong, you need to change this. But what you do is you take your value for duty times the rate of customs duty, and that's the customs duties you're going to get back, because that's the customs duties paid on 200 of these items when they were imported, because now they're being exported. If this duty rate is wrong, just put the new duty rate in here, delete this, multiply the rate of customs duty times the value for duty, and you get the customs duties. The tariff treatment is 2. There's no GST. There's no other duties. There's no anti-dumping or anything like that. So we leave that there. We leave that blank. And this is for CBSA use. It says CCRA, but it means CBSA. Okay, so let's look at the second item. And the second item is biscuits. And the second item was 3,000 pieces of biscuits were exported to Brazil. So the sales invoice is the same sales invoice. They're biscuits, same customs office, the same original transaction number, same original date of release. We have 3,000 biscuits. The unit price was $1.25. 3,000 times $1.25 times the exchange rate gives us $3,750 value for duty. Again, you didn't give me the first page of the B3, so I'm assuming the duty rate is 3%. Okay, so the value for duty times 3% is $112.50. If this duty rate is wrong, you need to change it, multiply that new duty rate times the value for duty, and change this rate of customs duties, the customs duty amount. But what this represents is of the 3,000 biscuits that were exported, okay, you paid $112.50 duty when it came in. Because they're being exported again, you get the $112.50 back. The tariff treatment is 2 on the original B3. There's no other tax, no other GST, no other duties, and we leave this blank. Now, the third item that's being exported, bear with me here, third item is gymnastics equipment was destroyed under customs supervision. Well, that gymnastics is duty free. Now I know this says this says duty free, and this is just for Canadian goods returned, repaired goods returned. But this HS number, when you look it up in the customs tariff, is duty free. So that tells me there's no customs duty paid when it was imported. Therefore, now that now that you've destroyed it under customs supervision, there's no need to put it on the drawback because you didn't pay duty when it came in, so you can't get any duty on it leaving. So that would be blank. You'd only have 2 items on this particular drawback. A drawback is for goods that are imported and then exported, or goods that are imported, used as materials to make another good, and that good is exported, or a good that's imported and then destroyed under customs supervision because they couldn't be used or they're broken or what have you, and an E15 is issued, and you can get a drawback on the duty paid on those items as well. So we go down to the bottom here. I, student name, acting for HW2 Import Company. We're acting for these guys, and I work for Seneca College Applied Arts. I put today's date, but that's no problem. You should sign it. And what we do down here, the totals, we add up the customs duties that we're going to get back. So we got to get back 641.53 on the builder's joinery and 112.50 on the biscuits. Again, if these duty rates are wrong, you need to change these and change these. So customs duties we're going to get back is 754.03. Okay. And I believe, let me just make sure here for a second, I believe that's all how you have to do. This here is for CRH to use. Okay, this is page 1 of 1. Canada Customs Revenue Agency, it used to be the name of CBSA. They have to fill all this out. They'll fill that out for you. Okay, and that's all there's to it. It really isn't all that difficult. But don't feel bad if you don't quite understand it. What I'm going to do is I can't save this. As you can see up here it says you got to print this form. I'm going to print this and I'm going to scan it and send it as an attachment along with the link to this video. So if you have any questions, get back to me. All I ask you is you can share this video with your schoolmates, but do not show this to the professor. This is just me as a private citizen helping you guys out as a tutor. Okay, so feel free to contact me again. I'm enjoying hearing from you, and I hope that this helps you get the drawback completed.